So not going to be able to pick it.
Well, our character... Can I talk?
Well, sorry, on the inside, not on either side. Okay, so you guys have all visited all the laboratories. Are you going to meet back up, and then what are you going to do?
Yeah, we're going to meet back up.
Okay, so you meet back up at the center of the town is what you said. So I think you guys had said you wanted to meet up around here in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, you all leave the laboratory district, head back down to the middle. And what are you going to, you all now can share information with each other. Presumably, we find out the people who went to the small lab committed crimes and angered the scientist that was there, so he's a dead end. The people who interviewed the one scientist had the most information to share with you. And the people who went to the big laboratory really had nothing that they could talk about in terms of talking to somebody, but you saw some lab equipment, etc. Jinx.
We want to send a different group of people back to the first lab that we didn't want to get.
You can either do that, or you can go and send people out to talk to the townspeople. Remember also that you have 3 people that you can have as subjects where this might have started.
Can we, like, the same groups that we just had, can we, like, split them up and go to the 3 people that
Sure.
we need to talk to?
You guys can all split up your groups the same way you just had them for the laboratory. Laboratories, if you like.
There's 5 of us. We should all grab a section.
Guinevere.
We want to go to the pub to like talk to people because they're all going to be drunk, so they'll probably give you a lot of information.
Okay, so we're going to have Guinevere go to the pub. Who's going to go to the fishmonger's?
We will.
Okay, so we have Wild Thing and who else? And Jimboree. Wild Thing and Jimboree are going to go to the fishmonger's, and who's going to go to the innkeeper's wife?
Right here.
All right, so we have Hiccup and we have Michael Myers. All right,
Can we go to the...
Yeah, what about
To
the
the well?
baker?
and you guys can go up to the well.
That's where most of the things...
Okay, so
What about Danielle? He's gonna go visit her. Or Vivian.
um,
I thought he had known the baker.
Vivian was the baker.
Oh, never mind.
Is anyone going to go visit Vivian the baker?
Oh, we can go.
Okay, Jim Bob is going to. Yeah.
Like as the guy that can mimic things, can we mimic other characters that aren't like us? Like that scientist guy?
They have to actually.
That, like,
No, you can only mimic the people in your group, your party. Okay, so let's go to the innkeeper's wife first. Who is going to interact with her? You go to the inn. Somebody needs to interact with the innkeeper's wife.
It's us, right? Yeah.
Sure.
So we can ask her. We can just make conversation.
Ask her if she was.
I feel like.
Wait, ask her if she
Alright.
wants to.
Wait, we should pull her aside first so she doesn't get offended if she's with people.
Yeah. So we can ask her. We can take a little bit of her time to talk.
All right, so you go up to the innkeeper's wife. You asked if you can have some time to talk to her. She says, "Oh, of course. What can I do for you?"
Have you been experiencing any of the symptoms of the plague?
Well, that's a rather inappropriate thing to be asking me. I don't even know who you are.
Sorry, our names are Mike Myers and Hiccup.
Yeah.
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
We're scientists from out of town,
Oh.
trying to figure out the cure for this plague.
I suppose I can share a little bit with you. I did catch the plague, but I'm not the person who started it.
What do you think started it?
Well, there was a gentleman. He came up to me and he, well, he just gave me the plague. That's all I'm going to say to you.
So we're assuming
Can we know his name?
His name's John.
I told you it was
He's a big crybaby.
Oh, no.
it was him.
You know who's gonna... Wild Thing and...
we asked her if her and John had.
I'm not going to discuss my personal life with you. This conversation's over. And she goes, walks into her room, slams the door. Now we're going to go to the baker. So that's Jim Bob. Jim Bob's talking to the baker. What does Jim Bob ask the baker? Hey, what can I help you with?
We're some scientists from out of town.
Okay.
And we're looking for some information for the plague bag. Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Can they lie?
What?
Can they lie to us?
Some of them can. It will be very obvious if they're lying to you.
Alright.
But you'll be able to tell if they're genuinely telling the truth also. I'm not going to make it this whole thing. She says to you, "No, I don't know much about the plague. I don't have it myself."
Really?
Aye, people have been spreading some mean rumors about me. They got bad because I sold them some moldy bread.
Do you know John?
Aye, he's a liar. He's the one I sold the bread to. He keeps saying that I sold him moldy bread, but I didn't do it. I think you're better off looking with the fishmongeress. I hear she is rather promiscuous.
Keep asking.
Can we hit her and drag her to an alley?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's just go to.
I fish was gonna be. What were you gonna say about engineers?
We have to load up. You guys can solution and get the STDs.
Yes.
But we can figure a way how to make her.
Questions are already done. You done? Okay, so let's go to the people who visited the fishmongeress.
We're gonna ask her, what do you know about the plague?
What do I know about the what?
The plague.
The plague? You have the plague? It's evident this woman is probably crazy. She also has a big crooked nose and a big wart on the end of it.
Fish.
What?
Do you fish?
Yes, I fish. That's where I get my fish to sell them to people. Seducing her will not have a very high check, I can tell you that.
Ask if the water.
Do you need a new net?
A new net?
Yes.
I suppose you could always use a new net.
We'll exchange a new net for answers.
What kinds of answers are you looking for?
Description about the plague.
Well, I can speak from personal experience. Gives you lots of pus. It's disgusting.
Where'd you get it from?
Oh, I don't know if I can tell you that. There's too many places it could have come from.
Oh, no, she's a hoe.
You should flirt with her.
Wait, you guys ask her if she's a girl.
Have you ever had sex with
Either
John?
way.
Intercourse with John?
He's a big crybaby, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I could say that in my youth I might have done some risky business. I could have spread the plague.
Did you spread it with the
She
same
gave it
hand?
to you. Ask him to. Ask who gave it to her.
Who gave it to you?
Last I remember is that there's a gentleman in town. Keeps to himself. But I believe he's the one who gave me the plague.
Where does he live?
He lives in that bazaar district. No one goes down there.
Alright, we're gonna end up walking away with first by punching her.
You can punch her for no reason.
No, it's not for no reason. We're fixing your nose.
We're fixing her nose and hopefully removing the water.
Okay, you punch her in the face for no apparent reason. She now has a bloody nose.
Take her into the ocean.
They lied to her. They said they had a fishnet for her. They have good reason to punch her.
Okay. Shh. For the sake of progressing the plot of this whole thing, you punched a woman in the face, but unfortunately nobody really cares because she was kind of a gross individual.
Alright, we keep punching her.
No, you're not going to keep punching her. At this point, the guards walk up to you and say, okay, enough is enough. Move on, gentlemen.
You should go to the pub now so we can do
And you take her to rancid fish for whatever reason. Okay. Shh. She said it was a gentleman, a bizarre gentleman who lives in isolation in the part of the town where no one tends to go. All right.
That's not. Or is it
No, we're gonna go with that one.
She says that it's, to the best of her recollection, it's in Belmont's blockade. Okay, so really quick at the pub. What are you guys asking around at the pub?
We're gonna talk to the bartender and see if he knows anything about people.
All right, you go up to the bartender. The bartender says, "How's it going? Can I help you?"
Let's ask him if he knows anything about people that got the plague. 'Cause he probably isn't.
Yeah, I know the people who get the plague tend to be the ones who get around, and they don't tend to use protection. It seems like it might be sexually transmitted. Not only that, but I've heard tell that